Hello guys, today we are filming another video. The outro to the last video I filmed, and then I broke my nail. So that was fun. So today we are going to do part 2 of all the rainbow characters. We're going to do the actual final drawing today. We are going to be coloring in this. Okay, so I know this is kind of like a harsh transition, but yeah, anyway, I really wanted to use masking tape because honestly I love like borders. I'm a little sucker for a white border. So when I was planning this, I was like not sure what I wanted to do for the background, but I'm like, I knew I wanted color so that the border would stand out a little. And I don't usually have problems blending alcohol markers when it's on nice paper. But this paper is really cheap and it's just made for sketching, so the markers don't really I don't know how to explain it. They just don't blend very well. And I just really wasn't taking time with this. You can see pencil is smearing because I did not really try to erase anything. I also later super mess up the bench, and I think the bench is just weird and out of place because there's nothing else in the background, so it just is I don't really know what this is. And the yellow, I don't have a cute pastel yellow. I really don't. I mean, it's fine, but then this green is too yellow green and it makes it weird and not enough contrast. I feel like I should go back and if I cared enough, go back and change it to a better green. I just was kind of vibing. Honestly, art is therapy for me, and I just turn on music and start drawing, and I love it. Yeah, and I also messed up under her arm. I didn't fill in the blue. You see that little, yeah, there we go. But yeah, drawing is so therapeutic, and every single time I take a break from drawing, I just am not as happy. So I have been trying to give myself at least 30 minutes a day to draw. I also was going through art block, I went through it right after making the character designs, so I didn't end up actually drawing these guys for a really long time. Yeah, so I just need to make that time for myself. I've just been grinding out, so I messed up the sidewalk there. I was having issues. I almost feel like I should have blended all of the sidewalk together, but that blend is nice. That's probably the only nice blend in the whole drawing, to be honest. But yeah, it's so therapeutic to sit down, listen to your favorite music, and just draw. And I was going through art block, and I have just gotten out of it, and I've been really excited to draw. Someone who is a really big inspiration to me is Static Wool. I love her so much. Her channel is so good, and she actually introduced me into RDX markers, I don't know. But either way, I love those markers, and they're just so nice. I especially find them really nice for paper like this where it's super thin and the alcohol markers bleed through a ton, because on the other side I can just go over it with the RDX markers, which are literally just acrylic markers. So it's basically a Posca but a brush pen, so it's really easy to blend, and you can get precise lines with it. And I honestly love them. Mine are kind of an old version, so they are a little watery, and I really want a new pack. I actually entered in on the Static Wool giveaway, and she's giving away a pack of RDX markers, and I really hope I win. Please pray for me. It would be really nice, and honestly it would just be really amazing. I love her and I love RDX, and I've been watching her for about a year now, and she's just by far one of my favorite. I think her art style is my favorite. The way that she shades, especially animals, is my favorite, and the way she uses colors. I also just want to say I'm sorry that I'm whispering. It is late at night and my sister's being super loud. I'm sorry about that, but I am kind of whispering because I want to be kind of quiet. School's been kicking my butt lately, so I've had a lot of homework and I haven't had a ton of time to film, so I apologize for that. And I haven't had a lot of time to do this voiceover because my house is always kind of loud, so I thought right now would be quiet enough, but it's not. As you can hear, my sister is slamming things, which is making me a little crazy. Anyway, like I was saying, Static Wool is just a huge inspiration because of how she colors. Also, I love her voice. She's just so fun to watch because of her voice, like, just to be honest. And her gel arts, which also I just love her watercolor art style and how she uses colors with watercolor. And then I love Drawing with Waffles, who is really good at alcohol markers. So those are the three mediums I usually use: acrylic, watercolor, and alcohol markers. And so my top three favorite artists are, you know, ones who use those a lot, which is kind of telling, and that's kind of cool. I don't know what liner I was using here. I don't remember this at all, but that's weird. I thought I used a Micron. That does not look like a Micron at all. That's a little odd. Right before this point, I was actually really excited about this, and I really loved the sketch of this drawing, or of this piece, I guess. But I quickly realized that her face is not it. And I was also doing this thing where I wanted to outline. You'll see. I'll talk about it later. I'll talk about it later. I really like this girl. I don't know about the bench. Also, if she stood up, I think she'd be super, super tall, because she's almost as tall as Red and Yellow standing when she's sitting down, which is a little scary, and technically she's even more in the distance, so proportions are kind of interesting for me. But I think my problem with this is everyone is so small, but I was so worried and focused on the shading and the hair and stuff, when in the grand scheme of things, I think it would have been better to do flat colors when they're this small and not add as much detail. So I think I'm gonna like think about that in the future. When it's the people are bigger, I can go for a lot more shading and detail, like my first page of this sketchbook. Definitely go watch that video. That video was a lot of fun to make, and I constantly flipped the first page just because I'm like, I need a little reminder that I am artistic. But yeah, I just really need to learn about myself. I think that's something that's really important as an artist, is to know what's your strengths, what's your weaknesses, what you like more in different circumstances. I don't know. Like, I've learned that I don't really like spiral sketchbooks. I hate spiral sketchbooks. And then I also don't really like big ones like this, and I also prefer square ones, so you know what I mean. I also prefer like the ELO paper. If you've ever felt it, it's kind of smooth, whereas this is more like sketchbook paper, you know what I mean, for pencil. And alcohol markers, they need the smoother kind of thing so it doesn't bleed through as much, I think, and so it blends a little better, I've noticed. Oh, this is where I mess up the bench like really big, and I decide that I absolutely hate the bench, but it's kind of too late for that now, especially because Orange's whole identity is sitting on a bench drinking some coffee under some autumn leaves. I don't want to seem like I hate this art, because I don't hate it, but like, why was I doing the leaves like this? You know what I mean? Watching this recording, I'm like, what was I thinking? But I need to remember that the entire time as I was making this, I was having a lot of fun, and I feel like that is like the most important thing. I don't know why it's just paused, but oh my goodness, my sister, I don't know if you heard that, but she's going absolutely insane. Anyway, it's a school night. My sister is literally so hyper. I need to get up at 4 a.m. tomorrow because I joined the water polo team, and it's almost 10, so yeah, but I really want to get this video up by Saturday because I missed like a week or two ago, and I feel really guilty about that. And they say consistency is key, although I have been consistent for a while, except for that 1 week, and it hasn't really gotten me much or anywhere. But honestly, I love making videos, so if it goes somewhere, if it doesn't, it's okay. I'm honestly doing it for me. But with that said, I would so appreciate it if you're still watching to comment this emoji so I know that you've made it this far, and please like and share and subscribe. I genuinely appreciate it. I really am doing my best, and art is my passion, and every like, every comment, it just means the absolute world to me. When I sign in to this account and I see that someone's commented something nice on my post, it literally, all day, I just feel butterflies in my stomach. It honestly, it just means a lot to me because I don't think I have a conventionally pretty art style. It is definitely a little weird, and I'm still definitely finding my complete style, but I think as artists, the biggest thing is just to know that you need growth, and growth is a part of life, and you know, growth is against comfort, so I need to get uncomfortable, and I need to put myself in these situations that I hate, like these big projects. And doing YouTube videos definitely gets me out of my comfort zone. Putting my art on display is terrifying, and my hands, I don't like my hands. They've been like my number one insecurity for like all my life. And now with water polo I can't have long nails, so I actually, next video, maybe next video or the next video after that, depends on what video I do next, will have short nails, and I'm terrified because I have short chubby fingers, and it is just an insecurity of mine. This is really, really weird and kind of toxic, but I always compare my hands to like drawing with waffles, and I'm like, drawing with waffles has like such nice hands, and like they're just so pretty and like skinny and long. I know that it's weird, but I wish I had that. My sister is literally bugging the crap out of me. I don't know why she's being so loud. She's supposed to be asleep, but she's being so annoying. She knows I'm supposed to be sleeping, so I might go yell at her and tell her to shut up, because why is she being so loud about this? Okay, I told her I was trying to sleep and she needs to be quiet. She's still squealing. I don't understand. She's literally in there playing with Hatchimals, just grabbing one and going ee, and then moving on to the next one ee. And I'm like, girl, you're being loud. She's like, no, I'm not. I'm like, yes, in fact you are. But okay, I swear my air ventilation was not going on, and then as soon as I pick up the mic, it's like, let's turn on and ruin everyone's day. You know what I mean? But for Green, I really wanted her to be the it girl. I tried to do Doc Martens, and she has a tote bag, and her hair is just messy, but like somehow gorgeous. Have you ever seen like those girls with messy buns where I'm just like, oh my gosh, how is it so pretty? And then you try and you're like, it's like, she makes it look so effortless and beautiful, and I just cannot recreate that look. I absolutely need to study how to do plants with alcohol markers. I've gotten pretty good at people because that's what I always draw, but plants and animals I really, really struggle with, and I need help. I feel like for plants, I can do it in watercolor and acrylic really well, but then like alcohol markers I just cannot. And then like animals, same pretty much. I mean, honestly, just depends what animal and what style I'm going for. If you've seen any of my shorts, I think I did a bear, a cheetah, and a dinosaur, and yeah, one of those. I think I did 2 in alcohol markers and 1 in acrylic paint with the Artex markers. The cheetah was Artex markers, and I love those drawings. I need to go back to drawing animals like that, because honestly, thinking back to those and watching my own shorts, I'm like, wow, okay, I can draw. I feel like this blue that I used to shade her skin was way too dark and kind of green, and it kind of makes her look alien, or maybe like half mermaid, which I mean isn't like the worst thing to look, considering she's blue and like water. I was considering doing her a mermaid or in a swimsuit, but I'm just like, I don't know how to just stick a mermaid or someone in a swimsuit when I don't have enough space. I need to try doing something different, maybe like a group selfie or something, and try to fit all of them in there, because this just wasn't working. I really like how the umbrella looks. With the blue, like halfway doing the umbrella, I was like, ooh, I should do a cool shiny thing. Then I get to the purple and I already know that I want to do that. So for the purple side, I do it really well, and I really like it. And I also love her hair. I think like pink is the worst, and then it gets better. Like, just, you know what I mean? I mean, the character purple isn't great, but like what I do with the border and stuff makes it look really good. And I also really just love the umbrella. I don't know, it's a weird thing to love, but I genuinely just do. But to be fair, in the sketches, blue was my favorite. Like, I just loved blue. She was so cute. I also loved purple. I loved the way I did her hair, but I wasn't really able to show her hair. So I just feel like I need to draw these characters more and experiment a lot more with them. I didn't really try things out. I mean, with blue, I drew her original hair and then I was like, no, and switched it up. But for like everyone else, I just stuck with my first idea, and that's kind of like not good, and it's something I always do. And I feel like the more time I take, the more things I, try to experiment with, the better the drawing is. And I need to do that with all my characters, not only these guys, but with a lot of my characters, because I think they're fully developed, but then I look back and I'm like, ooh, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I need to fix her hair or something like that. So best part, like, by far, is doing all these highlights. They just look so good. I especially love her glasses, but like the umbrella just gets so much better right now, honestly. Like, okay, are you ready? Oh, why does it look so good? I don't know, I love it. I think it's so cute. And the border comes off, and you're about to be able to see what I do with the border that I think is pretty cool. I think I did mess it up, like coloring in the leaves outside the border, because you can't really tell with pink, but you can tell with purple that I just outlined where she is, and I think it looks really cool in the raindrops that are just white and black outside of it. So yeah. Hello guys, I am back. I really hope that you like the final product. I don't think, if you zoom in on any of it, it looks good, but I think as a whole it looks good. And like, I don't know, I do really like her hair. I really love the umbrella. There are bits and pieces I like, some pieces I don't. Yeah, I think as for the characters, none of them really turned out that great, especially their faces. It's really tiny, you know what I mean? And I was probably using too big of a liner. But I really like how the border came out. I really like this idea where, like, outside of the border it's white, but I should have made her poke out a little more so that you could actually like tell. And I shouldn't have colored these in, but I already colored that one, and I was like, oh crap, I forgot. And then I was like, okay, well, I should probably do the other side. So I actually really like the idea of like having a border and then having stuff pop out. I do that actually quite often. I think that they're all really cute. I do like the sketches better of every single one of them, except for her. She looks better here, because the sketch, I already had like a clear vision. I didn't need to sketch, you know what I mean? For everyone else, I was like, I don't really know. So that's kind of weird how when I have a cool idea, the sketch looks bad and the final drawing looks a little better. But I've never really been good at these final drawings, so yeah, it's messy, but it's fun. And I also would work on it for like a day, and then 4 days later I still haven't worked on it, you know what I mean? So I kind of like kept forgetting what I wanted to do. And the bench is hideous, by the way. I hate the bench, but it needed to happen for her. Leave comments for names for them, and yeah, let me know if you like it, if you would change anything, what you would change, if you think next time I should slow down, which I definitely think so. We definitely have yeah. Oh, that's actually really cute. Why is she cute like that? Okay, so yeah, come back for next week's video. I've already filmed it, and it's pretty much just a yap session while I make a drawing for my art class. And here's a little sneak peek. Whoa. So definitely come back for next week. Bye guys, thank you so much for watching.